Hi there, Chad Hauer here with the Hauer Home team at Keller Williams. Hope you are well. We serve the greater South Sound region of Washington State, and I wanted to share with you today how soon after you purchase a property can you sell it. There's a lot of myths and rumors and inaccurate information out there, so I wanted to provide you with some information for you to be able to know what the pros and cons truly are of selling your property and the time from when you've purchased it. So typically, personally, I'm a huge advocate for buying and holding real estate and never selling it. Just continue to collect more and more real estate as part of your wealth building strategy. Now, that's not for everybody, and there are absolutely times where it makes sense to sell real estate. So what might those be? Well, life happens. I mean, we all have heard the term forever house, and we're so excited to be moving into our forever home, or we're in our forever home. And yet at the same time, I can tell you, my wife and I, we bought our forever home, and shortly thereafter, we actually moved out of it. Now, we held it onto it as a rental and eventually moved back into it. But interestingly enough, you never know what life has in store for you. So if something comes up, maybe it's a job relocation, or medical things may come up, whatever it might be that has you thinking, okay, it's time to change our path, we need to move, maybe we need more space, maybe we need to downsize, simplify in life, whatever it might be, here's some things to be mindful of when the time comes to sell your house and how quickly after buying. First would be the old rule, 2 out of the last 5 years. That's going to be a big one that will help maximize your profits from the sale of your home. So if you've lived in the house for 2 out of the last 5 years, so maybe you've only lived there for 2 years, you're good. You will not have to pay a higher capital gains tax rate on that. In fact, you probably won't pay any tax whatsoever. For a single person, you are exempt from $250,000 worth of profit tax, capital gains tax on any profit that you have from the sale. And for married couple, you're exempt from $500,000. So that's significant. And if you've been there 2 out of the last 5 years, you don't have to worry about that. If you've been there for less than a year, now you're going to be paying quite a bit in capital gains tax. So that's where you're going to be paying short-term capital gains, and you're going to be paying at whatever your taxable income rate is. So maybe that's 25%, maybe it's 35%, maybe it's higher. Whatever the profit is that you make off of that sale, you're going to get taxed at that rate. So that's something to be aware of. There's significant tax advantage to staying for a year and a day to avoid short-term capital gains, and then even more of an advantage if you stay for 2 out of the last 2 years and live there for 2 out of the last 5 years, so that you can take advantage of that. So I hope that makes sense and I didn't make that too confusing. Of course, you can call me to get more specifics, or I recommend talk to a CPA as well on these items. Something else to keep in mind when purchasing a property, we've had a phenomenal appreciation and growth in real estate values locally over the last several years, in the double digits. If we go all the way back to World War II, though, on average, real estate's appreciated about 5% per year. So if we take a long extended period, we're going to, on average, find it's about 5% each year that we see in growth. So take that into consideration. The typical cost to sell a house, once you factor in not only real estate commissions, but excise tax, title, escrow, recording fees, transaction management, all of these different things that are part of it, typically work out to about 9 to 10% of the sale price. So if you figure that, I would recommend stay in the home for at least 2 years, because then if it appreciates 5% per year, that's 10% right there. There's at least you've made back anything that you're going to pay in sale costs, plus you've had all the tax advantages and depreciation and whatnot that may come from it if it's a rental property. So I hope that's helpful. Just wanted to give you some info. Of course, you can always sell a month after you purchase a house, but it's going to affect you differently from a taxation standpoint. So feel free to reach out to me or any member of my team, and we'd be happy to dive into this deeper to make sure that you are maximizing profits from the sale of your home. Thanks so much. Have a great day.